Foxhound, help, I have been banned from COD Zombies.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Alex, and in today's video, we are going to discuss what I believe is the real reason for all of those PC players getting banned in Black Ops Cold War, specifically zombies, with that SAIL 630 nuclear ban bug that was floating around the community just a month ago. Now, before we get into all that, I want to do two things. The first thing is please subscribe, like the video, all that stupid crap. You know how YouTube works. It really helps out. It's free also, but whatever. Do what you got to do. The second thing I want to talk about is the background of where all of this really started and kind of what happened leading up to this moment. So about a month ago, this SAIL 630 nuclear bug or whatever was showing up in people's PC high round games. What it meant was the game disconnected, this error code would pop up, but for some reason it was associated with banning certain players' accounts. This was actually banning players that did nothing wrong at all. Now, can we really prove that these players did nothing wrong? Of course not. We can't take their word for it. We don't know these people who were banned wrongly, supposedly. But what we do know is Treyarch eventually came forward and said, hey, we are going to reverse some bans that we believe were wrongly targeted, which means they screwed up and they actually did make a mistake and they banned people for no discernible reason. However, I think I might have found that reason. There's no way that players would have known that this was going on behind the scenes until Treyarch decided to come forward with this information. Now that it's public, I think this is what really was happening behind the scenes the past month or so, because these systems don't just get built overnight. According to CallOfDuty.com, a blog posted on May 26th, 2021, an update, Call of Duty Anti-Toxicity Progress Report. This is straight from literally Activision, Treyarch, Raven, all of these people. This is straight from the horse's mouth. We are committed to delivering a fun gameplay experience for all of our players. There's no place for toxic behavior, hate speech, or harassment of any kind in our games or our society. We are focused on making positive steps forward and celebrating with the best fans in the world. We know addressing toxicity is not simple and requires sustained effort. Over the last 12 months across COD Warzone, Black Ops Cold War, Modern Warfare, and COD Mobile, our anti-toxicity enforcement and technology teams have banned over 350,000 accounts for racist names or toxic behavior based on player-submitted reports and extensive review of our player name database. Deployed new in-game filters to catch potentially offensive usernames, clan tags, or profiles. Potentially, so they dictate what you can put inside of your profile. Let's say you have initials that are like FCK. That's probably going to be banned because it's close to the F word. So they get to determine what you can put inside of the game that you bought with your own hard-earned cash. Implemented new technology to filter potentially offensive text chat. Implemented filters across 11 languages. Now, I don't really have a problem with them implementing filters for text chat because if kids are playing this game, even though it is for 18 plus, I don't mind them putting little asterisks across the A word or the B word or whatever. Who cares? But it gets a little bit worse. There's much more to be done, including increasing player reporting capabilities and moderation, as well as addressing voice chat to help combat toxicity. So what that means is that they want you to be able to tattle on some guy who said the F word or said the N word or whatever. They want you to be able to tattle on him, get him banned, and then they're also probably going to implement some sort of algorithm that will listen to what you are saying with your microphone and decide whether or not you're worthy of playing Call of Duty, even though you paid for it. See if you're worthy for it, How about that? Our goal is to give players the tools needed to manage their own gameplay experience, combined with an enforcement approach that addresses hate speech, racism, sexism, and harassment. The problem with that is it already exists. It's called the block button. It's called the not read the chat using your freaking eyes. You don't have to participate in something if you don't want to. You don't need to just tattle on everybody and ban everybody because somebody said a word that you don't like. I mean, sure, they're probably being a jerk and I would agree with you, but you really want to ban them and just play a different match. Just back out and quit. We will will continue to increase our efforts in the following areas: more resources to support detection and enforcement, additional monitoring and back-end technology, scrubbing databases to bring systems up to current standards, consistent and fair review of enforcement policies, increased communication with the community. So those last two are complete BS. There's no way that there is a such thing as consistent and fair review of enforcement policies when their enforcement policies are vague and designed in a way to target certain language that they deem negative or bad. It's Activision has now taken the burden to determine what you are allowed to or not allowed to say. And while we can all agree that there are certain words that carry weight and that have negative or aggressive connotation, now Activision is deciding which words and which spellings and in the context of which you use these words are now determining if you are the aggressor or the victim. And I don't really want Activision to do that. And as far as increased communication with the community, they literally have been working on this for God knows how long, and they haven't told us anything. They banned a bunch of people wrongly in Zombies for just playing the game and didn't tell us anything until they decided, hey, now we can reverse all of this nonsense. The last paragraph says, "We know we have a long way to go to reach our goals. This is just the start. Addressing this is an ongoing commitment that we will not waver from. We look forward to making progress on this front and coming together with you to share the fun and joy of playing together." So clearly this is a load of crap, but what I think was going on was actually testing of this system. I have a feeling that they were trying to roll this out and they knew it would probably piss people off. That's why you're not seeing this spread everywhere. It's just a tiny little Twitter post, a little blog on COD.com. Nobody goes to CallOfDuty.com. People go to like Treyarch's site to read their blog post about zombies and multiplayer. Nobody goes to Activision's site to read about the game, except for like content creators probably. However, this is a little sleek little sneaky update in order to ban people for quote unquote hate speech. And again, I really think this is what was happening behind the scenes when all of these players were getting banned. Who knows what they were doing when they were playing high rounds? Maybe they got to round 89 and they died and they accidentally said the N-word into their microphone. Now they're potentially getting banned. What if they had a silly name in their clan tag and now they're getting banned? And I have a feeling that's why when the Outbreak Easter egg was going on and this ban wave was happening again to PC players specifically who have more access to mod tools and generally have microphones and are talking to other players online. PC players are generally more of a higher end gamer, and I don't mean that as in they're better gamers. I mean that in the sense of they usually have more equipment. They usually have nicer headsets because they're investing into the PC lifestyle when it comes to gaming. So I think during the Outbreak Easter egg when Noah J and Mr. Raffle Waffles and Mr. Dalek JD, yo, what's going on guys, Mr. Dalek JD? I think when they were all playing the game on console due to this ban wave happening, once they found out, they switched to PC basically a day later. And as somebody who plays on PC, the other day I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone, and while we were talking, I was just playing zombies. I got to round 50, nothing happened. But I don't talk into the mic very often. I don't write into the chat. I don't put curse words as my clan tag. So you could say, well, you're not at risk for getting banned. I mean, sure, but that's not really the point. Activision has decided to take upon this role of moderation for their community. And I don't really know how I feel about that. I think it's a little weird. I mean, obviously it's been known in the COD community that things get toxic and things get hateful online, but that's just kind of how it is. And if we're going to even say like, oh, well, you shouldn't be able to say racist hate speech. I'm not saying that you should go out and say that. What I'm saying is look at Twitter, look at the YouTube comment section. People are very aggressive and rude outside of the normal curse words and racism and sexism. People will tear you down in the comment section because they don't like what you said. It's just a thing that happens online, whether you're on the left or the right or a gamer or a vlogger, it just freaking happens. So I truly believe that this anti-toxicity banning wave was the true cause of the SAIL 630 nuclear bug. I don't really have proof. I never will have proof because Activision and Treyarch will never tell us what is actually happening. If it's still going on and you're still getting targeted, I mean, let me know what happened to your account. Did you put a curse word into your clan tag? Did you put a curse word into the chat on PC? Did you do something racist or sexist with your Twitter account? Who knows how deep their algorithm and their moderation system goes? It could bleed into Twitter, to Instagram, to YouTube. We don't actually know how this works, so be careful out there. I guess don't swear online because you're going to get banned by the literal daddy Activision. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Alex. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace out.